Okay, I'm gonna add on part 3 to my NC code shrinker, or I forget what the video is called. G code NC file reduction.
We're going to approach Wiser.
Right here. And I saw a question here that somebody had an Akuma with 32K and no drip feed. Okay, if you're using Fusion, and I'm doing this Titan part right here. This is live, and I'm putting in my post, which already comes up as don't use sequence numbers. And let's see what other settings we have in here. It's like preload tool. If you have a Haas with a umbrella changer, you don't want to have a preloaded tool because it'll be a duplicate tool numbers. But if you get the side mount changer, you do want the preload tool for faster tool changes. Separate words with space. Oh, I didn't even see that one. All right, let me go through this because I found something. All right, so with this is the new editor, Visual Studio Code. I think it pops up and wants you to switch to this one. It just, I don't know if it has to be a black screen or not, but it's really just like Notepad. It really is a WordPad. It's not really an NC editor. You can edit, you can paste and stuff like that. But I was using Simco Edit, and that one you have to pay for. But I just found this one right here called NC Corrector, and it's actually got pretty good graphics on here. These dash lines are rapids. The solid lines are feed moves. Got different colors. I just loaded this thing up. It actually you could actually measure with this. It's unbelievable. Options, setup, tools, projection, show rapid moves. Like you just shut those off. Look at that. Show rapid moves. Enable smoothing. What the heck is that? All right. Projection. So this is different views, right? Whoa, look at that. I like the old ISO view. Oh, that's backwards ISO. Like ISO, yeah, that way. I really wish the Haas would have ISO view because we normally be getting the old top view, which is good. You just can't see any depth. Um, okay. There's another one here that says you can remove block numbers, but I already did it. I don't think they're necessary. You can renumber them if you want them to be. I remember a long time ago we used to have like N1, N2, and then we had to stick more stuff in there, so we need to renumber it, and we were hand editing, but you can renumber them like every 5 or every 2, but I don't think we need the N numbers anymore. Insert or remove spaces. So if I remove the spaces, it actually, right here is let me pull this up. Now it takes away all the little spaces in between. And I checked my directory here, right here. And this is the one I just put out. It was 38K, and with no spaces was 35K using this. But let me shrink this one up, and I'll go into post, and let me see if I can say separate words with space. I'm going to change that to no. And anything you change on the fly will become a dark blue color. So that's like a temporary change. Show notes, no. What other things we can use to save space? All right, we'll just post. I'm going to call this 1001 no space 2. Just give it a name. Save. And yeah, it did take the spaces out. So you could have it set up that way. I kind of like I think every shop should have like something you can have graphics with, because especially if you got a library of programs, you don't have to go back into the so, Fusion or Mastercam to see what it is. You just pop the program up and go, oh, somebody forgot to label it, like up here, Titan 1 MED, or like, oh, I know what that is. I'll have to start labeling these better. Or we keep on using the same program number over and over again. So I think this is pretty cool, and it's free. So I actually found it by just typing it in. Right here, it was a free NC editor for Fusion 360. Marketing specialist D3 Technologies. They're like top dudes of Fusion D3. You can actually make that editor your preferred editor by your preference selections in here. And they gave me, I think somewhere up here was, yeah, here it is, right here was the, there's a download file right there. And that's where I got this from. This is the website. Knowing me, I just went for it. Wasn't worried about anything. So let's go into, I want to show real quick on post. Oops. Let's go find the post. Okay, if you do a install of Fusion, I gotta think of where they end up here. No, not there. Oh boy, I'm getting lost already. Autodesk? No, that's not it. Well, you can find it. It's actually a .cps file, but I have them saved in my my cloud, and I call my cloud post. So I've downloaded other Fusion files, and I've updated some right here. Mill, NGC, and RS Turning. So if I open this up, I could just open it with Notepad right here. And this is a post file right up here. So what I did in mine is I labeled it right up here. And anytime you do this stuff, you never want to ruin the original and test it out. It says extension SC, and you can kind of make some sense out of this. There's a guy that Atman Unlimited, who hasn't been on a long time, but he had a real good video on this. And you start going through all this, and you learned what the format is. And my initial problem is I didn't want the coolant code to be coming on like after the tool change. I want it to be lower. But I believe in here there's a the settings. Let's see, it says right there, fast tool change, optional stop. These are all those settings. Preload tool false, so it's got to be right in here somewhere. Use subroutines, use G28, use radius. Here, right up here, separate word space. So if you wanted it to come out every single time and you just made this say false, then you don't have to click that thing all the time. User defined properties, which is what this is, user defined properties. So you start seeing all this lingo here, and you realize it's all right there, right in the beginning. And there's another one. So it took me a little while to figure out just how to move. Believe me, I don't really know how to even rate this stuff, but I was able to alter it so my I'd have a shorter. I just wanted the size of the tool and what the tool was. It was putting corner radius and some other mumbo jumbo up there. But I actually got it to be able to do a timestamp right up here and put our school or your company up here. So I was able to add and edit this part. And we moved the coolant to after the H line right there. We had the coolant shut off before it went home. So that was like my primary reason for editing the code. But this is where it is. And when you have one that works good, we put it in the cloud and it always travels with us. And it's easier to come up because if you're using the installed library, it's got a load. You'll see this number rolling up here, and you don't need all that stuff. You just run what you run, and that's it. So I'm just adding on to my file reduction, and that really, if you're in Mastercam, it already has code editor, so you can do that. And the Mastercam post it has similarities if you wanted to play around with that, and it has a few more settings on arc filtering and stuff. So I'm gonna cut it here, and I'm staring at myself. That's about it. Just want to add on part 3, and I can answer James, but I'll even click him. And I hope this all helps. All right, thanks. Talk to you later.